welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I'm here to do the Sagittarius forecast for 2021. How are you all doing? I hope you're really well. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you're returning, thank you so much for supporting the channel. So this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, and we're going to be having a look at your 2021, both love and career. And just to let you know, because I had a few comments on my previous videos about the sound not being amazing, so I've gone ahead and got a new little microphone. So I hope that improves things, but please let me know. Obviously leave me a comment and let me know if you can hear me okay, but I hope that's better anyway. So Sagittarius, I'm going to get some general messages for you first, and then we will go into a spread. So for Sagittarius, please, for 2021, get some general messages, please, for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, 2020. Oh, okay. All right. Get a couple. Yep. Get one more, please, for Sagittarius. Just put that in the right order. One more, please, for Sagittarius. Interesting. I feel like it might be something else. Let me just check. Is there anything else you want to say, for Sagittarius? Anything else you want to say? Oh, okay. Oh, those. All right, let's see what we've got. That's very interesting. So what came out of first was the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. So what I was kind of getting here, Sagittarius, is this may be talking about your work. So this might be dealing with like a boss or someone that you work with who has been maybe quite difficult to work with this year, or even kind of, well, you've been working very hard is what I can see, or that may be coming, of course, really putting a lot of hard work in and really fighting. So I'm getting the fact that there might have been like some sort of boss kind of blocking your efforts in some way, because with the Seven of Wands, I'm getting that you've kind of been standing up for yourself or kind of trying to fight for your position, potentially in a job or workplace. And then I felt like there was something else that wanted to come out, and then we had the Emperor, which to me, in some ways in this deck, has a similar energy to the King of Pentacles. Someone who, this is like, they hold all the power, they're quite controlling, they can certainly be like the head of a company, or, you know, you could just be like looking at a boss here, someone who holds the power and isn't necessarily easy to like share that power with others. So interesting. It's just the first thing I'm getting here. And I'm seeing with the Six of Swords, you may be choosing to move away from this or move on to smoother waters, maybe where you can take your ideas that you have and take them somewhere where we're actually going to be listened to, or they're going to be more valued. And yeah, it's going to be like a smoother process for you rather than having to constantly like fight for your position, which is interesting. Let's see, let me get some more general messages for you. So it's for Sagittarius, please. And get some more messages, please, for Sagittarius. Okay, wow, all right, that's quite a lot, so we'll just go with those. Wow, look at this. We have the Seven of Wands for a second time from the other deck. So a big emphasis on really kind of against all odds, persevering, trying very hard. And then we have this Strength card as well. That is really, yeah, being very strong, having to like grapple with difficult situations. Even I'm hearing like controlling the beast. So maybe there is some element that you've been trying to hold it together. Maybe you're more like fiery impulses and just use a lot of inner strength here. With the Chariot though, that is forward movement, momentum, and overcoming obstacles and gaining speed, yeah, and moving on. Same with the Six of Swords, but with a more like determined, I'm getting a lot of determination here from you, Sagittarius. And with this Nine of Pentacles, again, this is about your independence as a single person. You're working very hard and reaping the benefits of that hard work. So I'm getting the sense of like continuation here with this Eight of Pentacles. It's like you are going to actually be getting some sort of victory in terms of working very hard. I'm getting in your workplace with these general messages here, as something that you have been trying to overcome obstacles, and it looks like you are going to be. It has been a bit of a battle, potentially because of this kind of controlling boss character you might have been dealing with, but it looks like you may be moving on from that into a better space for you. So that's just some general messages. Let's get into your spread now. So I'm going to be looking at both love and career for you, split between the months and on separate lines, so we can really get some clarity on what's going on in each area of your life. So can we get the top 10 cards for Sagittarius, please? First 4 cards, what's happening for them in love across 2021, and then the 5th card for their general advice. The next 4 cards, what's happening for them in their career in 2021, and the 10th card for their advice there as well, please. So the top 10 cards, whoa. Top 10 cards for Sagittarius, please, for 2021. For my Saggies, 2021, what's happening for Sagittarius? Okay, so in love, January to March, April to June, July to September, October to December, and the overall advice. Okay, interesting. Now in work, January to March, April to June, there he is again, the Emperor, July to September, okay, October to December, and the overall advice, and again the Six of Swords. Okay, bottom of the deck we have Judgment, which is a big decision here, Sagittarius. I feel like it's going to be a very decisive time for you, or there may be a moment where you have like a big decision to make. It could be something potentially like some sort of opportunity coming back into your life again, maybe something that seemed like it was something you left in the past even. Let's see. Okay, interesting. We have the Four of Cups. That actually flipped right at the beginning when I was starting the video. So that is a sense of, I get the feeling that there is obviously an element of rejection here, but it's also like I feel like you've become maybe disinterested in the offers that you've been receiving. Not become, but like, yeah, maybe you've been receiving offers recently in love or work, we'll see, and none of them have really been that exciting. None of them have really piqued your interest that much. It's all maybe been a little bit stale. I'm just getting a sense of not so much complacency, but like boredom for the situation that you're in. So let's see. Behind that we have the Sun. So really gorgeous energy here with the Sun. That is very positive, very lucky, happiness, abundance here coming in. It's also kind of growth and some sort of enlightenment, or like bringing some sort of shedding light on a situation in a new way that's kind of going to reap rewards for you. So that's very interesting. At the bottom of the deck we have your card of Temperance, Sagittarius. So there's possibly the need here to go with the flow. Maybe, I mean, the Temperance card is actually a card of taking action. It is this kind of alchemy of taking everything you've learned up to this point and putting it into action in a very fluid, organic way, like not kind of forcing things, certainly going with the flow, but at the same time making things happen for me here. So interesting. Wow, the Tower next to that. Major arcana here for you, Sagittarius. The Tower is a shocking revelation for sure. It can be, sort of structures that you've built in your life coming crumbling down in a shocking way. It can also be with this particular Tower card. For me, it's about maybe realizing something, something you've tried to deceive yourself about, I'm getting. This may have already happened. Obviously, maybe that's why you're feeling like you need to kind of retain your balance here with the Temperance card. Okay, but no, I actually feel like it's something that's going to be coming in for you, Saggy. So we've got the Ace of Swords here. Some sort of truth being revealed. It could be some sort of moment of truth for yourself as well. Again, with this Tower card where the person falling from this tower has been wearing a mask. I get this sense of someone has been wearing, has been deceiving themselves about something. And now, or, someone has been deceiving you, certainly, but I get this sense of more self-deception. And now a truth is being acknowledged and recognized. Interesting. Okay, let me get your next layer and then I'll go through everything. So, can we clarify for Sagittarius, please? With the top 10 cards, please clarify for Saggy for love and career. With the top 10 cards. You could definitely be dealing with an earth sign potentially in your love life this year, Sagittarius. That's Capricorn, Virgo or Taurus. We had the King of Pentacles at the beginning, which I felt more of like a boss vibe, but now we have the Queen of Pentacles showing up in your love spread already. So not necessarily, this could just represent a character in your life, but just to mention that. So can we clarify please for Saggy with the top 10 cards? Okay, so in love, January to March, ooh, April to June, wow, July to September, October to December, okay, and the overall advice, interesting. And in work, January to March, April to June, the Seven of Cups for a second time, July to September, October to December, the Eight of Wands, clarifying the Eight of Wands, okay, and your overall advice for work. Interesting. Okay, so at the bottom of this deck we have the Seven of Pentacles. This is talking about reflecting certainly on whether to keep investing into a situation or to basically at this point let it go and basically just scrap this completely and start afresh. But it's a very difficult decision because you can't, it's like something that if you walk away from this, you stop investing, you can't go back to it later. So it's a very big decision because it's basically talking about throwing something completely out the window and starting again, something you've invested a lot in. Now that could be certainly work or love. So yeah, behind that we have the Five of Cups. So I feel like you're going to be at this point, at some point in 2021, Saggy, because there is a lot of disappointment here, a lot of regrets about how something is going, maybe even sadness or about some sort of decisions that are being made or you've made, and kind of focusing on what has gone wrong, and that is making you feel like maybe this can't go on any further. So let's see. Interesting. Behind that we have the Hierophant. So this is talking about it's higher levels of commitment, certainly. It's also like traditional establishments, so that can be certainly things like religion and faith, and also things like marriage, of course. It's things that are very sacred to us, traditional long-held beliefs as well. So we could be looking at some sort of established commitment here, that there have been disappointments or things that have gone wrong and you're wondering whether or not to continue with it this year. Let's see. At the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Swords. So that is kind of maybe needing to get something off your chest, maybe being very honest about something and courageous to speak a truth. Rushing in, this could be someone else to you as well, but kind of needing to get something off your chest. Expect the unexpected with this. It can be communication coming in out of the blue. Interesting. Then we have the Ace of Cups here, which is the opportunity for a new beginning in love. Interesting. So there could be someone else, someone coming into the picture this year who is offering you a new beginning in love, and it's coming in out of the blue, and that's possibly making you decide whether you should continue investing in your current relationship. Oh my gosh. Sadly, next to that we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is all about a monumental new beginning for you. This Ace of Pentacles is like the seed that you plant and it grows into something very special. but it's that starting moment, and it certainly looks like a very real opportunity for a new beginning in love that's kind of maybe coming in out of the blue, kind of almost sidelining you. Like it's making you question where you're at in maybe an established commitment. And again, we have that sense of maybe it's going to mean a big decision for you. Maybe you've been feeling you've lost some enthusiasm for the relationship you're in, potentially. We'll see. It could also be about work, of course, but I'm just getting with that Hierophant and the Ace of Cups, it's more for me to do about love. But let's have a look. So for love, Saggy, in the first 3 months, so January to March, we have a sense of, there's a huge opportunity for a new beginning, a very passionate one, very exciting. But there is confusion here about what lies behind this new opportunity. You may be worried that there are, there's like pitfalls associated with this new beginning. There might be hidden downsides or something being hidden from you. Maybe someone's not being completely honest. It could be a sense of like illusion, like, is this for real, this new opportunity? Definitely confusion and trying to see things clearly and not just with like rose tinted glasses, I'm getting. But it's very exciting, could be really stirring your passions in the first few months. So April, May to June, there's certainly manifestation here, and this Queen of Pentacles character, if it's not an earth sign that you're dealing with, is talking about, like, this is kind of like a committed partner, like a wife material kind of character. It's someone who creates a beautiful home, really looks after her loved ones, very nurturing and abundant. So you could be dealing with someone who is trying very hard to manifest this with you, to kind of create some sort of, it's kind of like feathering the nest, kind of like looking after you, being very nurturing and really stabilizing the connection, wanting to work on something, committed and very loving. Or you could be trying to make this happen with someone else. Now in July, August, September, we have this Libra energy with the Justice card and the King of Wands. So this is interesting because this King of Wands is talking about Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this could be you here, Saggy. This is your energy, regardless of whether you're masculine or feminine. So the King of Wands is trying to bring something back to life. It's that Phoenix energy of something rising from the ashes. So with this Justice card, there could be someone here that you're trying to make things right with, that you're wanting to bring some balance into a relationship, or just if you felt that there was maybe unjust treatment, obviously assign the roles as it resonates for you at the time. But it could be a case of you wanting to make things right, or they are with you, and that involves kind of bringing it back to life, and that kind of same possible judgment energy of like resurrection. That's interesting. Lots of fire energy so far, I have to say. So it could be quite a passionate year in terms of your love life. October, November and December, there are messages coming in, possibly from multiple parties. We have the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. So the Page of Wands is very flirtatious, it's very light-hearted, it's playful. It can be, how can I put this? Like some sexual energy going on, some passion for sure. Someone who's very attracted to you, or you to them. It's very fun and flirty. And then the Page of Cups is someone who still feels quite tied to you, quite connected to you, wanting to come in and make some sort of emotional gesture, maybe offer an apology for something. So we'll definitely get some more clarification, but at the end of the year in love life, you're going to be getting messages, I feel like, from multiple parties, to be honest. I don't feel necessarily that this is the same person. It could be that you are reaching out and having some playful, light-hearted, maybe getting back on the scene or something at this point, and then someone else is still feeling tied to you and wanting to get to you in an emotional way. Interesting for your overall advice, Saggy, for the year in love. Is going to be this big decision that you have, I feel like, about whether to end something. And that's kind of what I was getting with that Seven of Pentacles, like, do I keep investing or not? This is going to be a real crucial kind of crossroads moment for you when it comes to love, because you're with the Two of Wands here, you're maybe being pulled in two different directions. There may even be like a sense of which path do I go down here, and it's going to possibly involve a big ending, or it could be suggesting that, you know, something is truly over and done, and maybe it will be quite painful, but it's going to set you off on a whole new path. We'll get some more clarification yet. In work, in January to March, so it's interesting. I feel like something is stirring your emotion with this Queen of Cups, something that you're very enthusiastic about work. But it could be something that you wanted to do when you were little, possibly, or like something that you wanted to do in the past that maybe you've kind of given up on, again with that same Judgment card, and maybe it's the idea is now coming back into being a possibility. It is something that you're needing to get quite in touch with your emotions or intuition about when regarding the workplace. So it may be to do with needing to go inside and think, what do I really love to do? So it's an interesting combination when it comes to work. You're definitely maybe even reminiscing on what you used to want to do in the past. Maybe that's not aligning with where you are now, and yeah, you're kind of listening to your gut, I feel, with work at that time. In April, May and June, we have the Seven of Cups here is more about you have options. You may have other offers on the table, or other offers like coming in for you when it comes to work. And I'm not just saying one, I'm saying like multiple offers in April to June. And you are going to feel like you need to make a decision. You might feel like you need to make one quite quickly here. Maybe it's going to be an offer that if you don't snap it up, someone else will. So you're going to need to determine which offer is kind of the most authentic one. And with this Emperor here, now this could certainly be representing a boss, someone who holds power, maybe again some sort of, this could be a positive new boss coming onto the scene here for you, Saggy. It is Aries energy, so it's more fire, but this could be some sort of head honcho offering you a new opportunity in work, and you need to decide whether you want to go for it. You may not, I feel like, completely trust this Emperor character if this isn't you, or if, you know, I just get the sense that you may question whether they really have your best intentions at heart. But if this is you here, you're in control, and you hold the power here to pick and choose from the job opportunities that come towards you. In July to September, what I'm getting here is that you may be feeling a bit stuck, a bit defeated, and you have a lot of ideas, but you don't know how to make them a reality in terms of to really get what you want when it comes to work. There may be issues with communication, certainly, but I get it's more that you have ideas, but you don't know how to make them a reality, is what I'm getting. You maybe have a lot to say when it comes, you have ideas that maybe people aren't listening to in the workplace. Again, with that messages at the beginning, maybe there's someone who's kind of blocking you at the moment. And you're wondering, this Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, and it's kind of attainment of our desires, but it's attained in a non-straightforward way. So you may, at this time, be trying to get inspiration in kind of silence, trying to think, how can I achieve my goals here if they're blocking me? Am I going to have to take like an alternative route? And trying to be quite creative here, I'm getting, because trying to just talk to someone in the normal way is not really working for you. October to December, it's a big time for communication for you, not only in your love life, but in work as well. We have the Eight of Wands twice for your work life at this time. So this is, if there's issues with communication, this is why I feel like you're really looking for ways around it. And then I feel like you're successful, because in October to December, there is lots of fast-paced communication going. This is very action-orientated, very like the passion in your workplace is heating back up. It's quite exciting, enthusiastic time. You could be, I've just got like swapping a hell of a lot of emails with people, maybe all around the world or something like that, making projects happen. It's going to be quite a busy time for you, but very fast-paced. And this is, I'm getting like this essence of that Chariot at the beginning, like things are picking up and momentum, and you're moving forward with your ideas, and they're really picking up steam. Your overall advice for work, Saggy, is interesting. So we have that Six of Swords again. If it's a sense of if people are blocking you from your success, I got at the beginning, then you're going to take your ideas and basically move on where you'll be more valued for all the ideas that you have to say. And with this Four of Pentacles, this is kind of feeling quite guarded, quite vulnerable, feeling the need to kind of protect yourself, maybe even your assets. So this, in terms of advice, this could purely be you may want to be quite cautious with spending this year. I'd never got that with this card before, but in this specific spread, it's just popping into my head. You might want to be quite cautious, maybe because there is going to be the need for you to move jobs. And if you are more comfortable in your savings, then you'll actually be able to do that. Whereas if you haven't got that kind of backup, you may feel more stuck and not be able to move on to something which is going to be more beneficial for you. So it's an interesting message. So, Saggy, let's get one more layer for any more clarification. So, for Sagittarius, please, let me clarify the top 10 cards, the same spread. And of course, Saggy, just as a reminder, this is a general forecast. It's certainly not going to resonate with every Sagittarius out there. I hope you enjoy the video, and please do give me a like. It makes me extremely happy to see that, far more than it should probably, but it really does. So hit the like button for me, and obviously I hope it does resonate. It might not be something that you know right now. It might be something you want to check back on as the year goes on, and please leave me a comment and let me know if it does resonate. That would make me, I'd be fascinated to hear that. And of course, if it doesn't resonate, you can always check out your other placements as well. Maybe you want to do that anyway for some more information. So for Sagittarius, please, with the top 10 cards, can we clarify? Okay, no. Okay. So for Sagittarius in love, January to March, April to June, July to September. I knew that card was going to come up somewhere. October to December. Oh, and your overall advice. Wow, yeah. Okay. In work, January to March. April to June. Yep. July to September. Yeah. And October to December. Amazing. Overall advice. Okay. So bottom of the deck here we have the Sun card, Saggy. So this is the second time we've seen the Sun now. So this is really great. This is certainly a lot of success coming in for you here. Here this is someone who, this Sun card is about leading by example, having learnt the lessons of a lot of battles and kind of coming through it victorious, and now kind of reaping the benefits of those battles, and taking a moment to bask in the sun, the glory of everything that you've worked through so far to get to this point. So I feel like this is going to be your kind of journey here this year, Saggy. I feel like by the end of 2021, certainly October to December is looking amazing for you, I have to say, in both areas of life. So I feel like it may be one of those years where you experience some, you know, you go through battles, as we all will in different ways, but you're going to come out of this very victorious, very able to reap the benefits of this at the end of the year. So we have the Four of Cups again, which was underneath the Judgment card before. So this is a sense of disinterest, boredom with where you're at. So this is, I'm kind of getting, maybe it could be in both work and love from what I'm seeing. It looks like you may have become almost disenfranchised with where you are. I mean, I think 2020 has made a lot of us really reflect on if where we are in the world right now in certain, in different areas of life is actually where we want to be. And I feel like you're in that kind of unenthused, not necessarily completely satisfied, a little bit bored kind of state at the moment. So let's see. Behind that we have the Eight of Cups. So this is about walking away from where we're no longer emotionally fulfilled. We're not completely happy, and we have to walk away from that. Interestingly, this particular Eight of Cups, I don't know if you'll see that on this camera, but he's retracing his steps in the snow. So this is technically can also be about someone returning who's walked away in the past. So this could talk about someone who you knew coming back into your life, with some sort of offer potentially. Or it could be about something that in your work, as I said, I get this sense that it may have been an idea or a passion that you kind of walked away from in the past. You may be returning to it now. Let's see. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. I think this is talking more about your love life, to be honest. This because it's there in your overall advice in your love life as well. The Ten of Swords here is talking about the need to recognize that something might be over, which we've tried to ignore. It's kind of, she's literally been stabbed in the chest 10 times, but she's trying so hard not to look at it, not to acknowledge it. It's kind of one of those things we don't want to, sometimes we love someone so much that we don't want to acknowledge when they haven't maybe treated us completely right, or, all the bad times, the pain, and obviously there's good times and bad times in any relationship, of course, but sometimes you just want to blindly continue with it rather than acknowledge that maybe this isn't working. So maybe you are getting that kind of clarity this year, Saggy, if that resonates for you. The Two of Pentacles here is about the need for rebalancing yourself, finding equilibrium, finding inner balance. So again, with that kind of Temperance card, it's getting the sense of when all these shocking changes are happening potentially, like with that Tower. Again, that Tower was talking about something you may have been deceiving yourself even about. And I feel like it's maybe a relationship that's possibly run its course. It's not going to resonate for everyone, don't shoot me, but for some it may have done, and you may have been trying to avoid looking at that, and that with that Tower it was about that self-deception, but suddenly shattering when we acknowledge the truth. With that Temperance card, it's about finding the inner balance during those shocking times, and here again you're going to really need to balance yourself again, find a new balance after these shocking changes. And there's the Ace of Wands again. So it could be the catalyst, Saggy, possibly, of why you're actually facing the truth about where you're at, because there's some sort of new exciting opportunity on the table, possibly in love again, I would say, that's very exciting, and it really could be the start of something. This could be igniting some sort of passion inside you. Let's see. So in love, yes, clarifying that January to March is the Six of Swords again. This Six of Swords is talking about, he's literally throwing the sword into the water with the others, and she is changing course on the boat. So it's literally like a course correction kind of card. So I feel like there's a new opportunity coming to you quite early in the year, Saggy, but you're gonna be confused about whether this is something you should go for, and it would involve letting go of the path that you've been going down so far and completely changing course, and going off in a new direction. Now, whether you do that obviously is completely up to you, but so I can't see for sure if you're going to go for it. It doesn't look like there's much overthinking here. It's just that you have options and you're trying to decide whether it's something you should go for. It's very exciting, it's piquing your interest, it's very passionate, and yeah, maybe you are letting go of where you've been and changing direction. April, May and June is clarified by the Five of Swords, which is here drawing a line in the sand and about maybe some sort of communication which isn't going very well, or hasn't really been. It could be quite difficult, the communication at this time, but especially if you've kind of decided to move on from where you've been in the past. But I feel like here you are drawing a line underneath it and being like, no more, that's it. It's kind of like, what's the word? It's kind of like a sense of finality, like you're done with how the communication is happening so far in a certain area of life, or how someone has been talking to you. I feel like this is you manifesting a new sense of stability. This just could be you being very comfortable in your own surroundings, setting up maybe a home for yourself, and manifesting in the commitment and the treatment that you deserve, and no more messy communication with anyone, whoever that is regarding. It's kind of like you are very powerful here, I think, at this time, in terms of creating the reality that you want to see at this time in your love life. In July to September is clarified by the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords traditionally is about deception, and again, hiding things, dishonesty, even theft, or that kind of thing. So what I'm getting here is that someone is wanting to make this right with you. Maybe they were dishonest to you in the past about their intentions in some way. This could even be with this King of Wands, very passionate characters. Could be someone that you were dealing with that new opportunity at the beginning of the year. It could be like, potentially for some Saggies, it could be that there was like an offer of something that seemed very exciting and passionate, and then you had to kind of draw a line under it for some reason a few months later. And then by this point, July to September, this person may be wanting to come back in and resurrect this connection and make things right for whatever dishonesty. But this could be someone completely disconnected to what happens at the beginning of the year. But yeah, I would also say if someone is trying to make things right with you at this time, I would say with the Seven of Swords, it's proceed with caution. If it's not that there wasn't any deception, maybe it's just a relationship that came to an end. They seem to want to make things right with you. But this Seven of Swords here is kind of like, there are ulterior motives for me with this card. So just be cautious that someone is not trying to get something else from you by making this peace with you. Obviously, you'll know if this is happening for you at the time. October to December is clarified by the Hierophant again here. It's called the Priest in this deck, but this represents the Hierophant. So this is, well, it is like the spiritual side of the Hierophant. It's the sacred wisdom, certainly. It's got quite like a wise, almost like religious, more of a religious aspect here. So you may be, with these messages coming in, you may be trying to get more in touch with some spiritual advice at this time to know how to answer these messages. But also, I have to say, it is the Hierophant. So we could be looking at here someone trying to offer you commitment of some sort, or saying that that's what they want. But I'm getting a sense that you're getting lots of messages. Also, still someone maybe wanting to apologize for something that they still feel very tied to you. And you may need some spiritual guidance in, listening to your faith, whatever that means for you, in how you respond to these messages. Your overall advice is clarified by the Death card. So this is a huge kind of stepping into like a portal moment for you, Saggy, in 2021. I feel it could even be happening quite early on with that Ace of Wands being a whole new beginning, potentially. But so I feel like at the start of the year, maybe, you're faced with like a crossroads moment, and it could lead you into a whole new time of your life. This death is like death to old ways, new beginnings, and we have this Ten of Swords here as well, which is a major ending. So I feel like there is going to be in your love life in 2021 a huge ending, because you're stepping into a whole new chapter. It's going to be something that's quite scary, and maybe you're scared about making that jump. But I feel like with the Four of Cups energy I was getting so far, it may be that you, and that kind of the Ten of Swords that we saw before about this, like not really wanting to face that maybe something is already over. And you're maybe recognizing it this year, Sagittarius, and deciding to go down a whole new path and entering and stepping into the unknown. So in work, January to March is clarified by the World card. So interesting. This World card is about certainly cycles for sure, new chapters. It can be chapters that we've closed as well. So that's why I'm getting this sense that in the start of the year, you're thinking about something that maybe you thought was something that was closed to you already, but it is something that's very much in harmony with you. This World card is all about the harmony, the soul, and with this Queen of Cups, she is very much all about her inner intuition, being very in touch with her emotions. So I feel like it's going to be, I just heard, what nurtures your soul, Sagittarius, at the beginning of the year. So if you found yourself in some sort of workplace where you're not really feeling like this really enriches you, you could be thinking back about the kind of stuff that actually, I know that for some people work is work, it doesn't really matter, but they say that, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. That's not, I'm really bad at proverbs, so that is not word for word, but you know what I mean. So I think this is what you're going to be thinking about at the start of the year in work. April, May and June is clarified by the Prince of Swords, which is the Ace of Swords. So you're going to be faced with lots of options, possibly messages coming in with opportunities, and you're going to feel the need to gather more information. Again, I was getting that sense that you weren't completely sure if you could trust these new offers. So I feel like you're going to be doing some research, finding out maybe about these companies, about the job spec, that kind of thing, and really doing your research into maybe even what offers are out there at this time. July, August and September is clarified by the High Priestess. So interesting. Again, I was getting that sense you're not really speaking your ideas. Again, she's not one to speak either. It's going inside and thinking about new ways, like listening to your, getting some inner guidance, really like taking a moment to ponder. I'm getting a very like meditative mood about how can I achieve my heart's desires in my career. But I feel like you taking that time is very successful for you, because look at this, October to December is clarified by the Ten of Cups. This is that blissful attainment of pure happiness and exactly what you want. Just you're feeling pure bliss at this time. So I feel like even though it's going to be very busy, really picking up, it's because it's picking up momentum in a successful, exciting way, and you're going to be so much happier here as you end the year in your career than where you start. It's like you had that feeling at the start of the year, you need to get more, you want more happiness, you want to be more enriched in what you do, and you do the research, you look out there and you see what is out there. You take the inner time to get inner guidance on how you can make it a reality, and then you take that action, you message. Maybe you're even messaging other companies here or other employers, or, other people you want to partner up with. And then you are getting so much happiness in your career by the end of the year, Saggy. Your advice, interestingly, is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles so we have the Seven of Pentacles here as well, but this is a very different one. This is really reflecting on all the things that you have, how your investments have paid off and your successes. So this is a very like reflective, protective mood. So it is a time, but also of here it's like it's appreciating everything you have achieved. So I feel like you will be being quite reflective when it comes to work this year, maybe taking the time to think about what have I achieved and where I am so far. Maybe I'm getting the sense of even like counting your coins and keeping track of them, being quite protective of them, as I said, like watch your assets this year, Saggy, not overspending. It's quite a cautious mood with both of these when it comes to Pentacles and money, so that you're able, to then move on to what is much smoother waters for you, what is really where your ideas are going to be valued and what you're really excited about. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit me a like and please subscribe to the channel. I'll be here in 2021 to do monthly love readings for sure. So I'll be back in January very soon. But I hope if the channel continues to grow as it has been, then I'll obviously be looking at what other bonus readings I can do. Please hit me and leave me a comment if you enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for all your views, comments, subscribes, everything so far. I really appreciate it. And I'm very excited to see and do more with you in 2021. So I wish you all the best and the most amazing year. Thanks, Saji. Bye.